high school sports overtime on Indiana Sport. Get ready for double overtime.
We'll have much more football in a bit, but in volleyball, Indianapolis Cathedral ended its season with a Class 4A state title. But a closer look reveals a special story. Larry Hawley tells us about one of the state's oldest coaches.
We're playing North Central.
To continue a tradition.
We have parent night.
The night's routine isn't complicated.
We honor our parents and give them roses.
It's this team's way of saying thank you.
It's really one big family.
From the freshmen to the seniors.
Kids come from 64 different grade schools.
Head coach Jean Kesterson to her father John.
He's really like a grandfather to all of us.
Down ball base.
Always going to be my second grandfather.
Go.
His role in Cathedral volleyball
Follow through.
is freshman coach.
He came to in the program in 1991.
Keep in mind that hire was made when John was in his early 60s.
You have a good read.
It doesn't surprise me that he's 80 and still going.
And his players would second that.
He tells us that he gets up at like 4 in the morning and watches tapes.
You need that swing.
Come to volleyball practice and go to our games and stay up until really late watching varsity play too.
Let's go.
So why would an 80-year-old man
My outside hitter.
put in the effort of those a quarter of his age?
I love volleyball. Yeah, I love the mental part of it.
But it's more than just the sport itself.
I enjoy coaching. I enjoy the kids.
They give him life. I mean, he just loves having an impact on people.
The way you practice.
But inspiration for this 80-year-old coach not only comes from the players he teaches, it also comes from his biggest fan.
Oh, beautiful lady.
That would be John's wife, Rita.
The night I met her, so I thought, well, this is the one.
It was a love affair for 56 years. They would hold hands still in public, and they were soulmates.
In life and on the volleyball court.
Dad would bring Mom up to practice, and Mom would sit in a special chair.
She just loved the game. She loved being there. She loved being there with Mr. Coach K and just being with us.
When she comes into the games, she was their biggest cheerleader, and she was always on the ref's back.
All this till Rita's death from Alzheimer's in August of 2007.
He has such strength. He was very composed, but while it's an emotional time, he was still strong for the rest of his family.
And they, in turn, were for him.
He always made me feel like, you know, I'm giving something to them, so as long as you're giving somebody something, you feel like you're important enough to stay with it.
So he's thanked them by persevering.
He's 80 years old, and I think the girls just help him day after day get stronger and stronger.
And as for his other girl, well, there was parent nights.
We've always had Mom to give the flower to. Well, last year he didn't want to be a part of it. Parent night is when they gave the plaque and we put it on the wall where Mom always sat. This year we had 1 rose left. We usually have a lot. We have 1 rose left, and Dad said, I want to put it where for Mom.
A simple thank you.
You know, it's something I owed to her.
That this coach knows will go through.
Go up and say hi to her when I walk in, and say hi to her when I leave, and she knows. She's always there.